Welcome to the Veteran Show on WLMR DV Radio. We are your hosts, Maricela Rodriguez, Thomas Lucan, and myself, Harold Mason. How's everybody doing today?
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Like weather we have.
All right. Oh, beautiful weather.
Beautiful weather. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Well, for our listeners, we're all here. All three hosts are in Illinois. Me and Maricela in the Chicago area. And Thomas a little bit further south down by St. Louis. And we are having a heat wave of sorts for November here. It's been in the 70s. Just about Monday, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're enjoying it because it could easily be 30 degrees right now. So, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good day for us.
Hey, I loved it because we didn't really plan it this way since the weather's been nice. And oh, by the way, you know, I told you we get the new battery winners, you know, here. You know those two stupid furs I bitch about at the corners?
Yeah.
They're gone. I yanked them out.
Oh, okay. Good.
We had to get them out of the way so we could lay in some dirt. And but yeah. No, it's just I've been busy getting all that done outside this week when I haven't been working or funeral. Had another funeral Friday, and so meeting Tuesday, funeral Friday. But I don't know how many trips I've made back and forth to Van Million Brownstown this past 2 weeks. So make it a lot, but that's all right. Keeps me busy. So. But I think we're ready to get going. Our guest this week is going to be David Ogden. David is a Navy veteran. He's also the founder, owner of Dogden Fitness Limited. And so, but David, welcome to the show, and thank you for coming on.
Welcome, David.
Thank you, Thomas. Thanks for welcoming me. Excited to be here.
Oh, glad to have you. So, and yes, people, he's Navy, not Army, because some of you guys are like to be at Fort Riley. You think Ogden, Kansas, the speeding ticket capital of the world. No, but I think I told you about that one, David. Back in the 80s, man, that Ogden, Kansas was the speeding ticket capital of the world per capita. And it was right on the northeast edge of Post, and people traveling from Fort Riley up to Manhattan, Kansas, which was the home of Kansas State. They would hit you if you're doing a mile over the speed limit. So, but David, again, thanks for coming on. Like I said, before we get let's go ahead and get started. But go ahead and give us a bit of your background in the Navy, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't too much of a background for me. I went in a little bit later on in life. I was going to go in right after high school, but, you know, stuff happened. But I've been training probably since I was about 12 years old to go through the Navy SEALs program. And I went in about 2011. This is after they had made the SEALs an actual rating. So you can actually sign in, go into boot camp into an 800 division, and then go to pre-buds and then go to buds. So I was pretty excited about that. I've been working pretty hard, and then once I got into the training, was ready to go, and suffered a stroke, believe it or not, at 25 years old during my training. So I wasn't able to really become a SEAL. You know, I wasn't able to do really much of anything else. Ended up limb due the rest of my time in the Navy, and then got MedSep. I was actually about to test back in to go back into SEALs training, go back into buds, and they gave me my paper saying, "Look, man, you're getting out." So I beat myself up for a while after that, but I found my purpose now. You know, I jumped into personal training a short time after getting out of the Navy, got my bachelor's in health science, and when I had that first client really get these positive results, losing some weight and feeling really good about themselves, I found that new purpose for my life. And you're a part of my Facebook group right now, but I have a group just for veteran fathers that are looking to get healthy and just be in shape and just feel great about themselves. And it's been the most amazing transformation for my own self, just surrounding myself with guys just like me that I can help all of them and just help them achieve their goals as well.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you seem doing, if you don't mind me taking a step back, you say you went in the Navy at 25. What were you doing? You were school up till then, or going to school up till then, or what?
No, after high school, I jumped into construction. Actually, I went in. I was doing some seamless gutters. So there's actually some pretty good money doing seamless gutters. I was getting into like copper gutters, and then I got into welding, and I was about to go into doing some underwater welding, which is actually, believe it or not, I had already been training, to do the SEALs for years. But when I took that break, that was the second time I thought about going into the Navy, but that time was for underwater welding. And of course, as you guys probably know, those guys aren't going anywhere anytime soon. And the guy, my recruiter, came up to me. He's like, "Why aren't you going through this program? Why aren't you going to go to Buzz?" He just took a look at me. He said, "You should go through this." I said, "Well, I've been training to do that kind of thing since I was about 12 years old. My old man, he was SWAT. He was doing all that badass stuff when I was younger. So I was obviously shooting with them, learning how to breach, fight, all that kind of stuff. So of course it was like right up my alley. So that's what really got me back into it, just kind of back into the straight and narrow with things.
Yeah, but underwater welding, I mean, I've done some welding, not that I'm a great expert, but never underwater. That's a whole different ballgame, man. I'm just curious.
Oh yeah. It's definitely a different ballgame. I know a guy. He used to work out actually, and he'd go about 3 months over to Italy, and he'd come back with probably $300K.
Wow.
Doing underwater welding.
Yeah. So he just worked 3 months a year, and he was good to go.
Oh, I mean, he worked more than that, but like that's all you have to do.
Oh God. Yeah, there's a little more money in that than being a regular welder. Jeez. But, no, I was just curious because I never really thought of underwater welding until you mentioned it. And so I guess in the Navy, I'm sure it's a well-used thing, ain't it? Do you know?
The underwater welding, so I think there's about, when I was trying to go in for it, I think there was about 11 or 12 guys, and my recruiter told me they're not going anywhere. So there's almost no way of getting in. It was either 11, 12, or 20 or 21, something like that. There's a really low number of guys that are actually doing that
in the whole Navy.
Yeah, I mean that's what how I perceived he was telling me. There wasn't really many guys at all doing that particular job. That going through that pipeline, getting into that school, and being in those spots. So that's my understanding of it. That's what he's telling me.
That's strange, because I would think that every boat would have a couple of those guys.
I would think so too, but I'm assuming it's because when they bring them back to port, if something's happening to it, obviously they're going to bring it back into port and figure something out. But yeah, I would think the same thing. They would need someone on the ship in order if something was actually happening. Someone needed to be there. But who knows? I mean, I don't know if it was that was just what he was telling me because he really needed the point to get another guy going for Bud. That could be it too.
Yeah.
Who knows? But that's just what he told me.
Yeah. Go ahead, Era.
No, go ahead, Thomas.
I was going to say, I think recruiters, no matter what branch, they get them bigger quotas, and I'm sure it's certain jobs, MOSs, they have to recruit on to do it. So,
right.
Yeah.
And they
got it a whole lot anyways.
I got to ask you a little about Buds. I don't know any more about the SEALs than what I've seen on television. And I've seen a lot on television about them. There was a show called Buds that came on what used to be the military channel. And honestly, David, I would get tired just watching it. It seemed what they were asking these guys to do, in my head, it simply seemed humanly impossible. But yet, people do it, and people succeed in doing it. You say you were training for this since you were 12, which kind of makes sense because it's one of those things. It's just like professional sports. People that play professional sports, they've been doing this since they were children. Seems the same thing to become a SEAL would almost be necessary.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be the biggest kick in the ass anybody can really go through. I mean, the amount of mental toughness that you have to have to go through that, it's incredible. And just not, even before Hell Week. Like, I had my stroke before Hell Week happened, and I had actually got enrolled, but just the process beforehand of getting to that point, even when you're going to pre-bloods and when you're going to bow, and then you're about to go through, even that process there is a huge kick in the ass. I mean, they got you doing all kinds of crazy stuff that you never thought you could do in your life, and some people still can't do. Right? They physically and mentally are going to break you down, because these are going to be the guys, they're going to be the toughest warriors in the world, to defend our country.
Right.
Yeah. Well, so, yeah, they don't use the kinder, gentler mode in the SEALs.
Oh, no.
So,
I like to compare different services. And one thing that I learned about the SEALs, I don't know if you know this one, Thomas. The SEALs jump school is the last thing they do.
really? I wonder why.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but maybe David can shed some light on that one. But yeah, that's the last thing they do, right, David?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get that far. When I had gotten rolled out and then had the stroke, I ended up working at Bloods Medical, the medical center where we take care of the guys that are actually going through the program. And they have their bloods, which is about, like 6 months long. But they also have SQT, which is other qualification training. And yeah, at the very end, they're going to be doing that jump school out there.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tom.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, no, that's right. Go ahead. You're going to say the same thing I am.
No, we're probably going to say the exact same thing, because in the in the Army, whatever you may be going for, whether it be the Rangers or the SF or whatever else, jump school is the first thing you're going to do. First, you're going to learn to jump out of a plane, and then they're going to take it from there. Is that what you're going to say, Thomas?
Yeah, well, with SF, I think it's actually jump school and air assault school. They got to attend both first.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Now, Rangers, I forget, theirs is a little different how it works. But, yeah, for SF, because SF, jump school and assault school, air assault school are required before getting in SF. Then, but the SF training is not as ideal say. I mean, it's enduring, but not quite like the Navy SEALs. From what I understand, it's kind of a mixture of Ranger school and SF school together. Where Ranger school, they spend more time, excuse my language, fucking with the guys than they do anything. They break it down more physically. Where SF is more of a mental thing. So, and. I mean, you got to be physical, but not the SF training is not as near like BUDS training for the SEALs says. Their training aspects different. And that's why I said, this with the Navy SEAL training, the BUDS school, it's like a mixture of Ranger school and a Special Forces. Where the Army, it's actually two separate entities. Because going to SF in the Army, you don't have to be Ranger trained. They don't require that, but you do have to have SF and air assault. I've had a couple of friends go for it, and got to work with the guys a few times. SF guys, they're different breed. So, and but yeah,
so David, I wanted you to go ahead and tell us a little bit more about the business that you started with the fitness after you got out the Navy.
Yeah, so I got out and started doing some in-person personal training. And like I said, when I got that client, that first set of wins is what I call them, when they were starting to feel good. The feedback that I've gotten from every client whenever they tell me, how they're feeling, and I'm able to tell them, like, look, it's not me, like, we're doing this together. That aspect of teamwork has always been important to me. That's one thing that I learned when I was in the military, and that's what I noticed is what's missing from a lot of these guys that I work with now. Because right now I work with exclusively veteran men in my group, and then those are the guys that if they need my coaching, those are the guys that I want to work with because they're me. I want to work with guys just like me. And the thing that I noticed that we're all missing is that aspect of teamwork. We're in the military. We have that aspect of teamwork. We have that brotherhood. We even have our superiors pushing us to do what we need to be doing in order to live appropriately, in order to be healthy, in order to whatever task we need to do. And then all of a sudden, when we get out, that's gone. That's completely gone, and we don't know what's happened. We don't know what's happened. We don't know where to go,
Right.
And we think, okay, we can do this on our own. But you know what? We can't. We can't. We're not wired that way, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. We just need to understand that, hey, it's okay to reach out for help. It's okay, to call someone for help. It's okay to look for someone for knowledge in an area that you don't have that knowledge in. That's how we operate, even as human beings. Like, we delegate each other in different areas of life because we can't do everything, right? I can't cook, as well as, this restaurant's going to cook, so I delegate them to cook, so I'm going to go pick it up over there. I'm not really great with vehicles, so I'm not going to build my own car. I'm not going to do all those things. I'm going to go to a dealership, or I'm going to go somewhere and buy a car. The same thing with health and fitness. I want to be that person that does that research, and I do research every single week. I pay for a service to send me fitness, nutrition, and all that jazz, health-related, peer-reviewed articles. They send it to me every single month, and I read through that stuff because it's my job to be delegated with that task in order to serve, the men that I'm serving in my group right now. So I have a group, Veteran Dads Health and Fitness, on Facebook that I have them all go in there, and I give them as much information that I know and any updated information that I find so that they have that information so they're able to implement that information and just, attack it. And it's a big community in there that's continuously growing so that these guys can just kind of bounce ideas off each other, post about, what they're doing, in the gym, what they're struggling with, and we can all just kind of come together and say, we're brothers here. We're here to help you. If you're struggling with this is the spot that you can come to fix that.
Has it helped your blood pressure?
I'm sorry, say that one more time?
Has it helped your blood pressure? Your blood pressure, is it okay, stable already?
Health and fitness for blood pressure? I mean, if you're eating right and you're exercising properly, yes, you can certainly. I've had guys where I've helped them get off blood pressure medications. I never tell anybody that to get off them. A doctor actually has to tell them to get off their blood pressure medication. So in no way do I tell my clients, like, hey, if you work with me, you're going to get off blood pressure med. There's no way I can predict that, but it does help. You can manage diabetes with health and fitness. You can actually prevent diabetes with health and fitness. You can prevent high blood pressure, manage high blood pressure with health and fitness, avoid cardiovascular disease with health and fitness. All these things that you do, as long as you're eating the right way and exercising properly, because you can't just go find an exercise plan and do it. Everybody's different. We all have our injuries. We all have, our disabilities that we have. Things, all the limitations that we have. That it's not one size fits all, and I try to highlight that in my group so that these guys know, like, hey, it's okay if you're starting off. It's okay for your exercise to just be walking. There's nothing wrong with not going straight to the gym and starting doing some barbell bench press. You don't have to do that. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't be doing that. You should really be working your way up incrementally so that you can get to the point where you can do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? That's really good advice because I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about myself. And when you're in the military, and this covers all branches of the military, right? And you show up at basic training, and they throw you into this exercise program. PTs is what it's usually called. Physical training, you know. At least that's what they called it back in our day. And it is one size fits all, you know. And everybody, you just get thrown in there and you work your butt off, and it's usually more exercise than you've ever done before for your average person. So then we get out. We do this for however long we were in the military, and we get out and we put on a few pounds. We get a little out of shape, and then we decide, well, you know what? I think I'm gonna start working out again, right? And as you said, there's nothing wrong to start with walking, or maybe just bench press the bar, don't put any weight on it, work your way up, right? We don't think like that. Not us veterans. No, we want to jump right back to where we were. And then we do that for a couple of days, and we injure ourselves, or we get really, really tired, you know, and sore, and then we won't exercise anymore, you know, because it hurts so bad. So it's good that we have someone like you that can say, hey, it's okay to start off slow and then work your way up. That's
one of the hardest things to get my guys to realize is you're not 20 years old anymore going through boot camp. For some of the guys that went in when they were, you know, right out of high school at 19, 18, 20 years old,
right,
and all that stuff isn't going to work anymore. You know, I've talked to a few guys in the group and they tell me, well, you know, yeah, I'm back in my regiment, you know, that I was doing when I was in the military, and I just instantly say it's not going to work. Like, it may work. I don't know everything about you, but more than likely, if you haven't worked out or exercised in the past 6 years, which is what some of them are telling me, going back into, you know, boot camp mode, it's not going to do it. You're more likely to injure yourself, and then you're out of the game even longer. Or you just get too scared to work out again because you just think you're going to continuously injure yourself.
Or just think that piece of 105 miles has been long gone. Even 1 mile is long gone. But I do stationary by make her for it. I got to. I don't have a choice on that. I can't do the long walk anymore as much as I would love to. And but I do stationary bike to make take it to place. So of course I need to get back in. I've been blowing it off with everything else going on lately. And but I don't. I like it, but I know you talk about working out. I know with my scoliosis has gotten so severe. I've had to adjust how I lift weights anymore. I can't bench anymore. And do a military press anymore because my back. So I got to vary from there, and I do a lot more. I'll say dumbbells, but I got variations of dumbbells and adjustable weights, and so because I feel like my weightlifting, and so I had to laugh here as you said a straight bar and no weight. Oh God, even at my size, I can't do that. If I get right now, I jump back into it. It has to be 25 pounds per dumbbell, just as big. You know, I'm strong enough I can easily handle that, and just start back in. You know, work depending what I'm doing too. I got my own exercises I do. So and it varies. Like I'll work the heavy bag, and I'll use lighter dumbbells to do that because I want my hands heavier. So I'll use like 1 or 2, like a 2-pound dumbbells. And work a heavy bag with the 2-pound dumbbells, you know, to work my arms. That's just me, you know. So, but it all depends on what I decide to do. So, and but I just and I'm just reiterating what you're saying there, David, because I've had to adjust, making adjustments, you know, due to my back, going, okay, I can't do this anymore. Those days are gone, you know, unfortunately. You know, so
absolutely. You gotta accept one of those adjustments.
Well, and you gotta accept the fact you can't, like, and again to reiterate what you're saying, you know, you gotta accept the fact that your body's not the same, or, you know, in my case, I don't have a choice with scoliosis. It's only gonna get worse, not better. So, you know, I had to adapt, and, you know, and it's just the way life goes sometimes. You just gotta adjust and go, you know. Of course, I'm not like you said, I'm not the 18-year-old kid. I surpassed that. I'm about 40 years past that now. So,
Well, there's always a way to rein it back. There's definitely always a way. I do mostly online coaching right now, but I'm still working with some people in person. I mean, with the whole COVID stuff when the gym's closing, obviously I had to leave my gym when that started off, but I started up in my own studio. But I moved most of my business online. That's why I have the group, and I also do some online training. But believe it or not, my oldest client, he's an in-person client. I go to his house. He's 80. He's turning 86 next month, and he's had some issues. He started working with me, and this is a clear reason why health and fitness is so important. He used to fall a lot. He used to fall all the time, and he's starting to get scared that one of these falls is going to be the last fall. Since he's been working with me, he hasn't fallen. He hasn't fallen down because we've been strengthening him in a way to where it's tailored to him. I don't have him doing any weights. I work with bands with him, and I teach him how to turn around and walk another direction without having to, his issue was he would walk forward a few paces, think that he forgot his keys, pivot right, and fall down. I taught him how to stand, think about it, pivot, and turn. I taught him how to go up and down steps a different way than what he's used to. So and this is him working with me and understanding the same thing that I'm trying to teach him, and that's the direction that I like to drive you guys towards. It's not you need to work your way up to being able to bench press 225 again. No, you need to be functional again. If that's the goal to get heavy weights again, then yes, there's ways to work around and get there. There's always a way to get to the goal that you want to get to. And like you were saying, scoliosis that you have. One of my clients does have scoliosis. One of the two female clients I have left, she's getting stronger now. I'm working stuff with her now where she's feeling a lot better. She's starting to grow some muscle in places that she really wants to grow some muscle. And she's 56 years old, and she's been struggling, almost for the longest time with that. So there's definitely ways to find the right exercises that you can do. And like I tell all my clients and all my guys that work with me, either whether they're hiring me or whether they are just asking me for advice, the biggest battle is nutrition. It's always going to be nutrition. Whether you're losing weight, whether you're building muscle, whether you're just trying to be healthy, the biggest battle is always going to be nutrition, hands down.
Yeah. Well, part of it too, and don't take me wrong, I say this, but on top of the exercising, but it's just staying physically active to keep the weight down. You can't just, I work out for 1 hour, then sit there and watch the idiot box, for the next 23 hours. You got to stay physically active to keep control. And of course, that's me. I'm just naturally that way. I don't know how to sit still. It's hard for me to do. And I did it yesterday for the first time in a couple of weeks, just for the fact I was in burnout mode. And I was just so wore out. I finally sat there and didn't do a whole lot through the day. I sat down and do what I fixed my mind on to. So I worked on starting another puzzle, but I like working on puzzles. But I didn't do anything physically yesterday. I just went shut down mode and just worked on my puzzle. So of course today I went back to going 180 miles an hour. But that's me too. Besides part of it's just staying to me is staying physically active, Dave. You got to stay. You got to stay busy. And
you got to stay busy. You do got to stay busy. You do got to stay active. But if you're trying to reach a certain goal, whether it's weight loss or muscle gain, again, it is going to come back to fitness now, or come back to nutrition. I'm sorry. It's mostly going to be nutrition. But if you don't have that fitness aspect, you're not going to get there. Right? You can lose weight with just nutrition, but you're not going to change any muscular composition in your body without being physically active. So you are correct there on the activity is very, very important. However, I would correct you in a sense of saying that 70 to 80% of what you're trying to do is definitely going to come from nutrition, because there's a lot of things we can do in our bodies as far as our injuries and pain-wise that comes from nutrition. There's tons of people out there that are just on all these medications. We're in an age where everything is just medication, and we forget that the majority of our medications, the majority of the ingredients that come from our medications, actually come from our nutrition, and most of that stuff we can get from our nutrition, right? I mean, there's some of it that we can't. There's some of it that obviously we can't get from there, but most of it is going to come from our nutrition. And yes, absolutely, you still need to have that physical activity going on in your life. Otherwise, the nutrition is just kind of wasted.
Well, with the physical activities, and physical, it doesn't mean you have to be, spending all day running, but staying active also to keep your mind off. Because again, if you're sitting in front of the boot shoes or idiot box, whatever you want to call it, watching TV all day and not doing anything physically, I know, like me, if I get sitting still for a while, first thing comes to mind, I'm hungry. Let me go get a and, but if I'm staying busy, I won't even think about it, And so, food just, if I'm busy, if I'm physically going, food doesn't cross my mind. I won't, in fact, I'm not careful, I won't eat. Sometimes I got to force myself to eat. And so, I know my eating habits ain't the greatest, but I do work my vitamins in for it too. So, of course, I got a question for you to see if you understand this, because I know me and Harold will talk about it. Being this is a man thing, nothing against you, Maricela.
No, that's okay.
No, it seems like as we get for men-wise, especially because we're both in our 50s, and I won't mention I get a Harold's younger than me, but I've talked to other guys about it. Vitamin D deficiency, that seems to be common amongst men, especially up in our age group. You know anything about that by chance?
Absolutely. Yeah, so obviously as we age, our body's going to react differently to different processes. Different hormones are going to be changed, and we really have to go at a different angle in order to approach those new hormones or steer those hormones in the right direction. Right? So the first thing is about food timing. Right? So think of it, if you're eating, let's take breakfast for example. If you're eating breakfast early on in the morning, you're doing it wrong already. And we have to look back. We really have to take a step back and see what our physiology, our biology really is. Right? Back in the day, all the way back when we were hunters and gatherers, do you really think that we woke up with an Egg McMuffin in the morning, or do you think we had to go until 1 o'clock in the afternoon and hunt down our food? Right? We didn't eat till later, and our bodies are designed to not have a meal till later on in the day. And like you were saying, you got to stay active. Well, guess what? When we were hunters and gatherers, we were being active about 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon when we finally killed our food, because we've been hunting all day. So that's the way our bodies naturally are. Now, the vitamin D, and that's where that comes in, we were also outside all the time. We get most of our vitamin D from the rays of the sun, right? So it converts to vitamin D after the rays come into our body. So that activity, being outside, we're going to soak in those rays, and the vitamin D is going to be created in our body. Now, if you do have a vitamin D deficiency to where you're not able to make that conversion, yes, I would certainly recommend getting some vitamin D infused foods, and that's going to be the best route to go. So just like I tell anybody else, you always want to get everything as natural as possible, but if you can't because of a medical reason, or a doctor says you can't because of a medical reason, then supplementation is the next way to go.
Well, and I am the type to I still do stay outside quite a bit. And, but still, I know it just seems as Otto's gotten older either way, there's, similar to with the ladies, they have an iron deficiency. With us, it seems to be our vitamin D. The ladies don't seem to have the vitamin D issue like we do. So, and I'm sure it's got, it's different, in our composition. So, and, but yeah, that's what I understand what you're saying. No, I just know I am the type to have it because I like being outside as much as possible. And so,
so if you're still going outside and still have that deficiency, then you're going to want to start looking into supplementation and trying to get, more vitamin D from other things. And that's where you come at it through nutrition first anyways. And then after that, if it's still a problem, then other supplementation from a doctor might help as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the VA, and I think Aaron's the same way. I'm prescribed, I'm on prescription for vitamin D, so that's why, one of the prescriptions are there.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that the doctor prescribed me vitamin D, because I drink a pretty good amount of milk, and I was like, vitamin D, and I thought I was getting enough of that, but they gave it to me, so I take it.
But you're not allowed for being outside either, Harold. I mean, I know you, especially in the summertime, you lose on his grill.
Oh, yeah, I'm outside all the time.
Have your program helped? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Now, has the program helped any veterans with the depression, like fitness?
Yes, absolutely. I've gotten that question before. I tell all the veterans that I work with that I am not a psychiatrist, I'm not a psychologist, so I'm not a therapist. However, I've noticed that, it all comes back to looking good, feeling good, right? And not in a vanity sense. It's more so like if you're healthy and you generally look in the mirror and say, I feel like I look good and I feel healthy and I feel like my energy is up and I feel like there's these things that I want to do, that I can do, that doesn't stress me out and that doesn't actually physically hurt me, that does go a long way with depression, with PTSD. I have noticed that the guys that are eating a lot better and that are exercising a lot more do a lot better throughout life with what is PTSD and the depression. So I definitely highly recommend guys that are suffering from PTSD or depression to get out and do something, to get out and just start, even if it's just getting your mind on something else, not as a distraction, but more as just like unleashing, some of these feelings on either whether it's a barbell or a kettlebell or a punching bag, whatever it is, find something that is really, really taking that energy and pointing it in somewhere that's a little bit more positive for yourself. And by doing that and then eating healthy, stacked on top of that, it really does change your mood about how you feel about yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. It makes total sense, is what I'm saying. So, and
I wanted to ask you something because we have an avid runner as a host on our show, don't we, Maricela?
Yeah.
Do you do a lot of running? Do you recommend running? What's your thought on that?
So I don't do a whole lot of running myself. I used to run a little bit more. I do mostly strength training. If you're looking at running as a source of weight loss, for instance, then that's going out running the wrong route. Running is going to be your cardio, right? And any type of cardio you do is, it's in the name, cardio. That type of exercise is for your heart. It's to build that heart muscle. You can burn a whole lot of calories from cardio, yes, absolutely. However, you are going to burn more calories from strength training. So what happens here is when you strength train, you're actually burning calories for more days because of a process called protein synthesis, and that's how your muscles are building. I won't bore you with the science there, but it takes 2 to 3 days for your muscles to break down and build back up after a workout. Whereas cardio, you're only going to be burning those calories that day. So if you're on a weight loss program and you're trying to lose weight, don't look at cardio. However, I'm not telling you not to do cardio. Cardio is very important because you need to be able to strengthen your heart. And that actually goes back to what Thomas was saying. You said you can go on the bike because you don't run much, and that's fine. If you're looking at cardio for the reason of strengthening your heart, then you shouldn't just say, okay, I need to run instead of the bike. Cardio is cardio is cardio. Yeah. If it's the elliptical, if it's the bicycle, if it's swimming, if it's running, whatever it is, I've told every single client I've ever worked with, I don't care what you do on cardio days, just do cardio. If you want to ride your bike, go ride your bike. If you want to go for a run, go for a run. If you want to just do jumping jacks, do jumping jacks. All I care about is that are you working your heart? Because if your mindset is I'm going to lose weight by doing this, you're already failing. That's not going to happen. Now there is different ways to do cardio, like high intensity interval training, but that's a completely different story. That's a totally different way of cardio. We're talking about more steady state cardio where we're running for miles and miles.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, 'cause, when I could run, I hated running with a passion. But no, I've always been a biker, and I do stationary bike. But I do it part of my workout here. You know, when I do work out, I got to get back into it. I've been blowing it off through the summer. And with the weather being warm, I'm still using this excuse because I'll be outside working quite a bit. And so, but the other thing, and I want to mention this and let you reiterate on, but people got to understand too, especially with weight training, when you're working out and if they're looking at the scale only, they're liable to find out they're not losing the weight. They'll think they're not losing the weight when they're converting that fat to muscle. You know what I'm saying, David? Because muscle weighs more than fat. So, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, so you may lose 5 pounds of fat, but you could gain back 6 pounds of muscle in place. And I've always measured myself by my waist, where I'm at in my waist and my pants. That I don't look at the scale; I look at my waist. You know, I've gotten down to, I was up to 40 pants at one time. I had down to, I've been a little steady. I've been a little guilty this past year, but I'm between right around 33s and 34s, and that's what I got out of the Army as. You know, and it took me about a year to get back to it when I finally dedicated my mind to drop the weight. And in fact, I've thrown my damn clothes out there above the waist 34. I got a couple 36 shorts left. But anything past that was too big. Even 34 is loose now. But I just, you know, you can iterate on that so people know. Don't be so meticulous about looking at the scale because, you'll be losing the fat. You may not lose weight, but you'll be losing fat and convert to muscle.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, the only thing I would correct you on is muscle does not weigh more than fat.
And
let me explain this. Muscle is more dense than fat. All right, so that's what you really, because a pound is a pound is a pound. So a pound of muscle is just as heavy as a pound of fat. Okay, so it's just the fact that muscle is more dense, so it's more compact, takes up less space. Fat is going to take up a lot more space in your body, so it's going to take a lot more fat to equal that pound of muscle. So, and if you are correct, you don't want to look at the scale over and over and just, hey, I don't see anything fluctuate. However, you shouldn't take the scale out of the equation. What I always recommend people to do is have a 3-point system. And the system that I use with everybody that I work with and people that are just asking for advice, all the guys in the group should have this. And Thomas, I think I tagged you on the piece of content that I need you to look at for this as well. You need a 3-point system. We need the scale, we need the tape measurement, and we need to find out what our progress photos look like. So we need to take pictures of ourselves. Because if we don't have a baseline seeing where we started, then how are we supposed to know 6 months down the road what the change is? Now, it's maybe 6 months we're going to see the change a little bit more, but maybe a month down the road, if you don't see that you're losing weight, you're just going to say, I'm not losing. But if you're looking at a scale and say, okay, I'm not losing weight, but you also have those tape measurements, then you're going to see, yes, that waist measurement is going to change. Now, as far as the tape measurements, if you want to look at the tape measurements to find a better tool, you're going to want to look at the neck circumference. You want to look at the waist and the hip. Right? The waist and hip measurements are going to be the best predictor of seeing where you're at as far as cardiovascular disease, diabetes. You're going to be able to see your risk factor a little bit better with those measurements there. And then the next to weight is going to help you understand more what your body fat percentage is. So yes, as you are doing strength training, if you're not seeing the scale drop, it is likely that you are building muscle and dropping fat at the same time. However, building muscle does take some time. Dropping fat also takes a lot of time. So it's kind of a roller coaster whenever you look at your progress, and it's very interesting sometimes because I'll have some guys that I'm working with, they'll drop relatively quickly at first, and they'll go up a little bit, a couple pounds, and they'll drop back down and then go up. So it's more like a roller coaster, and that's actually what we want to see. We don't always want to see this straight line, say 275, and it's always like 5 or 10 pounds every week until we're down to like 195 or 185. You don't really want to see that. You kind of want to see that weight fluctuation that's actually pretty healthy in order to see it dip down, come back up a little bit, dip down. That's going to be the best gauge if you have that 3-point system. One, having that weight, comparing it with your waist to hip measurements or any other body measurements that you have, and then obviously having those progress photos, which see where you've come. Having that baseline just tells you where you've come. Now, as far as taking progress, I don't really recommend taking it every single day. My clients, I have to take it every week because I know what I'm looking for, right? So I can point out certain things because I look at posture as well. And most people, they're not going to look at that kind of stuff on their own. But you really, if you're doing it yourself and you're not working with someone, you really only need that baseline. And maybe every 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, take another piece of progress, weight, weight hip measurement and progress photos. The guys that do it every single day and step on the scale every single day, you're really hurting yourself then because that fluctuation is going to be so crazy depending on, one, when you're stepping on that scale. If you're stepping on that scale, first of all, before you go to bed, you're going to weigh more than you weighed early in the morning. That's you just had a meal. And then if you go a day...
Excuse me, we have 9 minutes. We have 9 minutes airtime.
Okay, all right. But if you weigh yourself on a day that you didn't have that much water versus a day that you had a lot of water, that's going to fluctuate. That's going to spike. So I definitely don't recommend you stepping on a scale every single day. Every couple of weeks, that's sufficient.
Well, just to give an example, at least in the Army we did, when we would do, height and weight, which a lot of units do, but about every so many months you do height and weight of the whole unit. Well, you do it first thing in the morning where people are at their lightest to start with. Naturally, you don't want to do it at the evening. And that's why I always remember that because we used to do height weighting in the morning because that's when you're actually at your lightest during the day. You don't want to sit there and do a high weight on the guy after he's eaten 3 meals, and, especially in the evening time. And, but yeah, well, see, I know what you're saying, measure. That's why I say I use waist size, in this case, clothes. My clothes kept shrinking. I go buy new shorts. I said, damn, they're still loose. I go down again. So, and I know it took me some work to get back down to right around 33, 34. And so, and I've been sustaining. I need to work off a little more of the gut, but the waist is down. And like I said, when I got out of the Army, I was at least 34. Of course, I was a little younger and thicker in the upper body than I am now, but yeah. But no, I appreciate the info. See, I like I said, I guess people say muscle is heavier because I know you say it's more condensed. I mean, as you expand, let's say your arm, it's how do you want to say? Let's say it's 12 inches at your bicep and tricep is 12 inches in diameter. With fat, it's going to weigh less. Or let me take a step.
Looks like we're out of time. So we are going to close this show up, and we'd like to thank our wonderful guest, David Ogden, for coming on the Veterans Show this week. And from all our hosts, we'd like to say Happy Veterans Day and good evening.